Ladies and gentlemen, Baby Doll is headed downtown to an event for the Chattanooga Audubon Society. She's going to have to work today and let everybody see all of her cuteness. So we're headed downtown to a special venue, and we will see you guys down there. I'll do a little bit of videoing to let everybody know what's going on for the excitement for today. And Baby Doll's job is to go to the Audubon or go support the Audubon and be our little spokesman for the lovely McCullough Island goat. She's finally calming down just a little bit. Baby Doll, tell them about it, sister. Look at the pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Baby Doll taking her first elevator and cart ride. She made it to the venue tonight.
She's like, I'm not gonna freak out.
It's a little bit different than the island, huh?
Yeah.
And you saw Ada's here.
I did. I just now.
Yeah?
Baby Doll here at the venue tonight with the Chattanooga Audubon Society, letting them know all about the McCullough Island goats. I'm here mingling with everybody. Everybody's enjoying, petting, and loving, so it's going to be a fun night.
Passion, pride, enthusiasm that you're going to see on the stage is blowing me away, and I hope you feel that too. And also, yes, could we be in a more cool space to be pitching seeds for National Park City and Chattanooga here? Like, thank you, Studio Hours, for our picnic environment. Thank you. I want to start us off the way I think everything should be started, with some art, with some emotions, with some feels. So I've got my friend Crancy here to sprinkle a little word magic in your ear. I suggest you shut your eyes. That's how I like to experience it. But you do what you want. Thank you, sir. And I'll also just want to thank you for your support. Hallelujah, Chattanooga. A lot of people came together to present our best foot forward on the international stage, saying we really believe this is a world-class city that is dedicated to both preserving nature and enjoying it and growing it. And an international group out of the UK said, yes, this really is it. They were blown away, and they said, you're the first U.S. national park city, third in the world. But the great thing about being a national park city is we really get to decide what that means. They don't really tell you exactly what to do with it. And for Chattanooga, that's great. Because we love to figure it out and roll up our sleeves. And as I was sort of asked to help start to tell the story of National Park City and what it was going to mean for us, I was inspired by something that happened about 50 years ago called Venture Chattanooga. This venture group got together, and everything that we really love about our city today, from the river walk to the aquarium to some of our amazing nonprofits like River City Company, and a lot of the revitalization of our city, it happened through this group. They called themselves Venture Chattanooga, and it was a real collaborative effort of city, county, of nonprofit, philanthropists, private sector, business sector, all coming together asking ourselves, what are we going to do to make this city great? And at the time, Chattanooga was a bit of a crisis. And so timing was of the essence. And it took a huge effort, but everybody came together. They imagined and envisioned a future for this place. And then they did it. And that energy is something that really inspired me. And I just want to give a special shout out to a new friend of mine, Eleanor Cooper, who's was there during that time and was also the executive director of Venture. And a lot of what National Park City is going to be and is today is coming from the spirit of Venture, because that's how we got here, and that's what we need to use moving forward. So thank you, Eleanor, for your counsel and for your support to get us here. And what we have now is an opportunity to look ahead to the next 50 years. What do we want this place to look like? And the amazing thing is, when you actually ask people what kind of city, what kind of neighborhood they want to live in, we pretty much all agree on most of it. It's only when we get into some of these more political debates where we start to be divided, but actually, we all really want the same thing, and that's quality of life for our kids, for each other. And what's going to lead us to the highest amount of quality of life is connection to this beautiful nature around us every day, and connection to each other. It's that simple. If you connect to nature every day and you connect to another friend or neighbor in your community, you're going to feel good. You're going to be healthier. You're going to be more active. You're going to feel more emotionally grounded. You're going to have more fun. And so that's what National Park City is about. Our mission is to grow the best place in the world to live by connecting us more to each other and to nature every day. And to lead the world in showing that that's all it takes. If we lead the world in showing that we can improve quality of life by connecting to nature and each other every day, it's that simple. But one of the biggest phrases that was inspiring to us as we thought about the vision and mission for National Park City was turning talk into action. I love to talk, as you've seen, but action is what I actually want to be known for. And action is what I think that Chattanooga has been known for. We don't just talk a game, we do stuff. We've built the world's fastest internet. We've brought, amazing, international groups here. And we've done so many more nonprofits per capita than anywhere. We have so many people that are out there every day doing things. And so what we really are doing with National Park City is we're creating ways that people can collaborate every day on civic projects that connect us to each other in nature every day. And that's what we started to call National Park City Seeds. So what are we here to do tonight? We're here to see some of the best ideas in our community presented on stage. And this has been happening so quickly. We started this in January, and by the beginning of March, we had a site called npcseeds.org, which many of you have seen, which allowed for anyone to create a project that was going to improve their quality of life by connecting to nature or their community every day. And to also just not have an idea, but build a team, but to build a plan. Because what we're really creating, and what you're going to see here tonight, are some of the best civic entrepreneurs in our city. Civic entrepreneurship is what it's going to take to grow the best place in the world to live. And that is an idea with passion, a group of people who are excited by that, and support, and a plan. So I'm so excited because within just 7 weeks, we got 100 National Park City seeds on nbc.org. And again, those are ideas with plans and teams, and those Park City seeds, there are seeds that were $50 seeds, and there are some $50 million seeds. So a seed can really be as big as you can dream. I like this seed. It's a pretty big seed. I'm very excited to present this group. Here they go.
Well, we're not 50 million, but still. Hi, I'm Blake.
And I'm Eddie, and together with all of our partners, we are Farm Park. It's just that, a farm and a park. Farm Park's farm will dedicate 3 of its 19 acres to community-based urban agriculture with 2 distinct programs: a heritage farm plots for neighborhood and a farm incubator, which will be used to educate a new generation of farmers.
Farm Park's park goes beyond what we think of as a park today. We house our wealth in the stomachs of our neighbors. This principle guides us. The remaining 16 acres will be a food forest entirely open to the public and will welcome visitors to wander and forage like a little bear eating berries while still in the urban core of Chattanooga.
Much like the northern white oak is a keystone species for the forest, Farm Park will be a keystone park for our National Park City, bringing communities together in the living laboratory that is Farm Park.
Most importantly, this park is in East Lake, a community that is 35% under 15 years old and 48% under 21. Quite literally the future of Chattanooga. And in working with the Future to Planet, we received over 100, as we like to call them, orders of what East Lake Elementary's 3rd grade students want to see, or rather eat, in Farm Park.
Surprisingly, by far the most requested was a cherry tree. So together, with all of our community partners, we are working to make their vision of the future a reality. first order fulfilled, a big cherry tree donated by our friends and neighbors, the Barn Nursery.
Farm Park is a community project. Be a part of it. Help us preserve this land by donating to our $1.22 million, so not 50, dollar goal, or volunteer some sweat equity. Check out our website, because together we plant the future today to honor the Chattanooga we know we can become tomorrow. Thank you.
Class. All we would need to open that up is permission from the city, permission from the Hunter Museum. If anybody knows anybody in the Hunter Museum board, just come talk to me. And we would need permission to build a dock and some money to do that. As far as the rock climbing goes, me and my friends would pay for the privilege to bolt that with our time and labor and materials. Don't worry about that part of it. But it would be, beyond world-class rock climbing, it's a unique special limestone with really cool features. And it's really not a novelty. It would be really high quality. Let's see what else I was going to say. It would be a spectacle. People love Alex Honnold. People love rock climbing. It would be viewable from the Walnut Street Bridge. You could hang out on McClellan Island and watch the rock climbers. People love to watch rock climbers, apparently. And so it would be good. It'd be a great photo op. It'd be great for the cover of Outside Magazine. It'd be great for social media. It'd be great for tourists to go home with this. Look at Chattanooga. It's a cool town. We were downtown on the bridge watching rock climbers. So it's really exciting. If that doesn't get you excited, in addition to being a dirtbag climber, I also have a PhD in sociology, and I did an economic impact report study last year on climbing. Climbers spend about $14 million in Tennessee. So that's kind of nice too. Most of that is in Chattanooga, but it's an untapped, incredible resource. All we need is some permission and just a little bit of money.
And this nice flat area is where we all learn how to ride a bike. A driveway, a river walk, a sidewalk. And this is a bridge to the mountains. All right. So Chattanooga has
its own. And about what gets lost in the land of pollinators are treated like two separate conversations, because they are not and they never were. A garden without bees is a garden waiting to fail, and a pollinator without a habitat is fighting harder for survival. A community that wants to feed itself needs both.
CO, our seed is Indigenous Homecoming Celebration. My name is Lavona Pettit, and I am Cherokee. I moved to my ancestral homelands about 2 years ago, and I am appreciative of the efforts made to preserve and honor our history. However, I also see opportunities to connect to our present. Imagine standing in front of the stickball mural at Ross's Landing and walking across the Walnut Street Bridge to see a live action stickball game at Coolidge Park. Strolling through an Indigenous arts and crafts market and sampling Indigenous food. Touring historic sites and conservation sites with knowledgeable guides and experts. Learning, growing, and most importantly, creating connections and existing together. That's Indigenous Homecoming Celebration. Homecoming is an event that is a stepping stone to bridge the gap between our history and our present to create a collaborative and healing path forward through Indigenous sports, music, art, food, and history. At this stage in planning, we need the use of land to create and plan to begin reconnecting people through these events. What up?
We have the distribution places in Chattanooga. We have 30 to 50 cooperative partners, and a bunch of you are out here with us already today, and we thank you for building this co-op and this collaborative. Our ask is this 50-mile box. We've been delivering, we have locations set up all over the city, and we have the backing of the National Park City to help us advertise the message to heal your body through local clean. And I tell you what, people, you better understand this. You can't do this by one or two or three of us growing food or one or two or three of us, but you start with these little steps we've taken starting 50 years ago. We're looking at 5 to 10 to 50 years from now. What are we going to be doing with our bodies? Are we going to heal them? Are we going to create a sick society like we already have and it's going to be overabundant? So we are proposing a 50-mile box. The food comes from within the radius of the 50-mile box, as close as you can get it, which we already have 30 to 50 partners doing that. Take it to tourism, take it to each of your families, and you can pick up in your neighborhood in a 24/7 store online at communityhelpsitself.org. You can order Tuesdays through Monday at midnight. Your order will be received in your neighborhood if you want it Thursday or Friday. We already have 7 of these locations since January. Again, we've had retail for a long time, but we have the way now to distribute local. We need each of you growing food or products or services that are clean and local, and it's time to walk away from the big box stores and unhealthy living. That's what we're doing with the 50-mile box. Thank you for your support. We need 100 people signing up tonight or this week, or 500 would be the goal, and then we don't have to ask you for a penny. We can do it through your good works. Thank you.
Thank you. I've said it once, this is the last time I'll say it. Our last C presenting here is actually a huge supporter of National Park City. It is our Creative Discovery Museum teaching kids how to play, how to learn, how to move their bodies and all those things, so thank you.
Hey there. Oh my gosh, what an amazing night. I can't believe all the great ideas I've seen. And I want to thank you all for just taking one more minute to listen to me. Our idea is Chattanooga kids imagine their park city. So what we're asking is we're advocating for you and your families to come to our museum to help us imagine what the kids think a park city can be. So at the Creative Museum, we believe something simple but powerful. Children are not only our future citizens, they are active contributors to our community right now. So as Chattanooga continues to realize its vision as a national park city, what's the question? Well, what would it look like if we invited the kids to help us imagine what that park city might look like? And that question led us to say, Chattanooga kids imagine the park city. Inside the museum, we're creating a hands-on creation station where we'll ask families to draw, build, and share their ideas for a better Chattanooga. We'll just simply ask open-ended questions that would be, what would you add to our city? How would you take care of parks and places? And what you'll see is incredible. Kids will naturally think about belonging, nature, play, and community. They won't think of constraints. They'll think of endless possibilities. So tonight, it's so hard to follow you all. What we love about this idea is that it creates full art. Kids imagine, kids create, and then kids experience their own ideas. We'll take this and we'll drive it to the streets. We will close Chestnut between 3rd and 4th and create play streets. What that is taking all of the ideas and bringing it to life. We'd like to take this idea and then we'd like to scale it so that you can take it to your own communities. We're doing it already in the Northside Community Association this summer. So we will do this again and again and allow our own communities to scale it for you by simply asking the questions of our kiddos and saying, what would you create as a national park city?
Hey guys, we are here at the event at the National Park City seed pitch. We are getting ready to announce some more seed pitches here in just a minute and the winners of the seeds that we had left. So we're super excited, hoping we get this chance. There's Jim and Baby Doll here at tonight's event. There's Ava!
So what's exciting to see is one of our very top ones is world class Dragon. Now, so I gotta be a little. So this was complicated. There's many people, TVA, and we have the Hunter Racing, but there's so much support for this that we're gonna try to move this forward. We cannot give it money just yet because it might not. We have to do some. I don't remember exactly how Matt talked about this. So for one, we already have we have the generous donation of the land to go for this greenhouse. It's just, we can now have, we have the glass for this one. And Matt, can you tell me what there's a possibility for this you mentioned? Maybe? We're gonna work on this. We're gonna work on this, but there's a specific thing. There's a path that we think we can take. Okay, so there's a path that we think we can do to make this happen. So stay tuned. Part of being a Sprout is that we get to tell you where that we think this goes. So we're gonna put this over. Okay, thank you. Okay, so there's a couple left. So here's this gets really exciting because these started as just ideas, but they came in with teams and plans. So World Fair Chattanooga, $1,000 to get these $5,000 for iFixit and Unidot and a generous support. And I'll just say your ticket sales helped $1,500 tonight go to these seeds. Buzz and Blooms, $5,000. What's happening? That's happening. Also, Williams Island, Audubon Society, and also perhaps myself, but you guys are already making some amazing land donations also. National Park City Seeds, your energy, civic entrepreneurship. Thank you guys. This has been a blast. I'm gonna thank you.
Thank you to the August Sisters for the art installation.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Take some pictures. Remember.